Colours of Africa exhibition is back again in London. The exhibition showcases the talents of young artists from Western Uganda Masindi district. This exhibition is organised by Red Earth Education Uganda. This is the third time the exhibition is taking place in London. It will be in a magnificent room at Stationers' Hall near St Paul's Cathedral. The date for the exhibition is 24th of September 2024. It will start from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Tickets are on sale now. To buy tickets, scan the QR code at the end of the video. The Colours of Africa 2024 is an exhibition of self-expression, vision and hope, giving a rare glimpse of the beautiful country of Uganda through the eyes of its children. In 2016, a man called Jay interviewed Lynne Pritchard and Ronnie, and here they are talking about Colours of Africa and Red Earth Education.
Then I start with the paintings and then we go through your journey. So these ones are new set ones, or do you have a repeated artists you're exhibiting to go? Or this is complete new sets?
No, this is completely new.
Yeah.
Apart from the art teacher from the secondary school, and a local artist who's also contributed some paintings. But apart from that, these are children's paintings from, I can't remember exactly how many rural schools, primary schools, and one secondary school. And we brought these children from their schools into town, and we set up for them to have a couple of days of just painting. And these children, certainly the primary children, they haven't painted really before because the schools don't have the materials. And we think they do an amazing job.
They've never held a paintbrush. And so they were introduced to these two artists who in 2 days worked with them, and this is what they produced. As you can see, every child has a unique character. Every painting is unique in its style because they had no style to start with. Yeah.
So when you are working with these young children, you just give them how do you call them?
It's acrylic paints.
Yeah, paints or pencils.
Pencils.
And paper.
Yeah.
And you leave them.
We suggest to them that they'd like to paint things from their lives. So anything they like. And you get quite a variety of things that they want to paint. And they just begin, and the artists and the art teacher go around and make comments and suggestions to them. But in fact, on the whole, they're left on their own to do what they want to do. And we just try and get them to finish their painting, because children are notorious for not finishing paintings, but we want them finished. So they sit and they finish them, and then if they want to, they do another one. And several of the children did a lot of paintings because they were having fun.
They don't want to stop.
Yeah.
So, for anyone watching and listening to this, how come that you only focused on art painting? You could do music, you could do... Are you artists yourselves?
I think we're more guided by the need to raise funds for the project in Masindi, and so we need to do something that has a chance of realizing some funds.
But we're both really interested in art. Ronnie is very good. He's a good artist, yes. And so we've always been interested in art. We love going to art galleries and we love children's art. So it seemed, an obvious thing to do to us. And the thing is, with these paintings, we can actually bring them easily back to the UK.
What's interesting about the children is that if you talk about music or dance with those children, I think the majority of them, they learn to sing and dance before they can walk, and they do it all their lives, at home, in the village. Yeah. It's astonishing, quite astonishing what they can do. But this was new for them.
Okay. Now, let us go back again 5 years ago. When you came here, you had similar paintings, but your project had already taken off then. This project that you have built a building to do what?
Well, we've constructed what we call the Red Earth Teachers Resource Centre and Model Nursery School. And at the centre, we actually bring teachers there for their professional development, so we do training courses there for them. We also have the model nursery school, and the purpose of that is twofold. One reason is because nursery education is quite a neglected area, and we feel very strongly that nursery education is really important. So we've developed the teachers at that model nursery school so that they've become very, very good, and the standard of teaching there now is high. And the idea then is to use that as a model to train other nursery practitioners so they can come in and they can see good practice. We've just started a small pilot project with just 6 local nursery schools where we're hoping to develop really good practice in those, which will be great. The other aspect...
Sorry.
No, go on.
I was just saying, last time we met you here in this room, we had a plan at that time to build the centre, and having this event was part of the fundraising for that centre, which ultimately was built. It was opened in February 2015. It opened in 2015 February. Yes, so that was a success. It's a wonderful achievement for us.
Basically, it's just 1 year.
Since it's
15, now we're into 16.
It's 2 years since we
2
built
years.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there must be challenges. Anyone who has worked in Africa, not only in Uganda, there must be some challenges. But we do not want, maybe if you want to mention them, fine. But we want to hear the positives. Where are we now?
Yeah. Obviously there are challenges, because everywhere there are challenges. But you have to find your way around them. It's as simple as that. I think that we try not to dwell on the negatives. We try to dwell on the positives. And to get the centre constructed was just great. We had a fantastic opening where we invited lots of officials and children, and it was just a wonderful day. And now, it's been developed so that we've increased staff. We have field officers who are based at the centre, who support schools. We do all our training there. Our volunteers, because we have some long-term volunteers, they come and do work at the centre. And also we've just appointed an operations manager for Red Earth Uganda, which is our partner, because we've helped to develop Red Earth Uganda, because we are Red Earth UK. The idea is to make this a self-sustaining project, and that they will eventually be running the centre themselves, running the model nursery, running the training. So all our staff are Ugandan staff, and we've trained them, and we're continuing to do that.
Fantastic. So I understand also there are countries are coming to learn, to see what exactly you have achieved within a very short space. Tell us which countries have come to see your project.
Well, we've had people from an organization in Rwanda who came to see it. We had people from Malawi who came to see it. We've done work in Kenya and Malawi from people who wanted to see it. There's interest from Ethiopia. Zimbabwe we've been. So people are taking interest. But what's interesting about Uganda is that the message that we're giving, that we're delivering, which is that we want this to be sustainable, is beginning to be understood by more and more people. So our project is now, for example, we've done a pilot project in the PTC in Hoima, the Teacher Training College, because the principal there thought, well, if these methodologies are in the beginning of the teacher training, then when these teachers reach school, they will carry these methods with them into the schools, and hopefully that promise to a better future for those children. The government has come, the Ministry of Education has come to see what we do. They're now recommending us to go to their next evaluation group, which is the M&E group, which will consider whether or not our project should be scaled up across the country. These are big steps for us, people who simply went there one day in 2003. We went on holiday, and everything has grown from that.
So, okay, I think you have really explained, because you are very focused, you know your project. When a question is asked, you give direct answers. Now, because you've been talking to me, but I want you to speak direct to the camera. What do you really want to see? Because you need funds. Do you have people in mind you are targeting to? You know, you can target anybody, do business people, whatever, to help you grow the project. So now this is your message. You have to look right into that camera and say exactly whom do you want help from.
I think we want help from anyone who'd like to give it to us. These children in Uganda need that help. They're fantastic kids, bright, keen to learn. And the teachers now are becoming much more positive and want to put into place the methodologies we're suggesting. But clearly, everyone needs funds to do that. We really need more money to enable us to hand the project over, because there is more training of our local staff to do and groups of teachers before we feel confident that this can run without us. And our aim is to make ourselves redundant.
Ourselves, yeah. But I think what would delight us most is if we were able to reach Ugandans. The number of children who go to school in Uganda is enormous. I think you have the highest population of children under the age of 16 in the whole world, proportionate to the population of the country. And not all of them can afford to go to private education. In fact, very few can afford that. And we want to make good education available to the children whose parents cannot afford to send them to private schools. There must be a body of people in Uganda, and also a diaspora, who have a love of their country and want to improve the educational benefit to the children of that country, which will create an educated population, which leads to prosperity for the nation. If we can find those people, that will further enhance its chances of being sustainable within country. It's so good when a developing country says to a funding country like us, it's okay, thank you for what you have shown us, we can now do it ourselves.
In other words, we are talking about sustainable development.
Exactly.
By Uganda, for Uganda.